Storm Tracker 9 weather with Chief Meteorologist Dylan Robichaud.
Finally, it looks like typical winter-like weather will arrive. Let's go ahead right now and take a look at watches and warnings as we track our next system that is on the move as we go into the next 24 to 36 hours or so. We have high surf advisories down here for Coos County, winter storm watches in the blue, and then in that salmon color, we have a winter storm warning for the Oregon Cascades in Douglas County. So snow begins Friday night with the worst travel conditions early in the day on Saturday. That's really important if you are heading up to the Oregon Cascades. I think it's fair game for the whole weekend, 10 to 18 inches, a sure bet for Santiam Pass and Willamette Pass as snow levels dip down to just 2,000 feet as we go into the day on Saturday. So what we're tracking right now is still a couple thousand miles away. Here's the Aleutian Islands. Here's our upper level low. Again, a lot of moisture here coming out of the Pacific, and this is going to tap into some colder Canadian air, and then they kind of work in tandem with one another to bring us our next storm. We're thinking about a ½ inch of rain here in the valley, about an inch possible along the coast as we go into the next couple of days. Outside right now, things are actually not looking too bad. Maybe a few pop-up sprinkles down here in Douglas County, but the real action happens tomorrow night. Real important though, tomorrow we have a nice day. Now, nice doesn't necessarily mean sunny, right? You look at this, we still have a lot of clouds out there on your Friday, but here comes our next system on the way late Friday night. Here's 7 p.m. and here's our next system off to the west. Look at that line of heavy showers at midnight or 11 p.m. on Friday. That will work from west to east. And again, we'll be tracking some gusty winds as that arrives early on Saturday morning. By Saturday evening, we'll be looking at some heavy rain also passing off east of I-5. I think the worst travel as of right now will be about 1 a.m. to 7 a.m. on Saturday morning across the Cascades. That's when this really hits, which that's also when most of you are sleeping, and then we just have light showers on the back end side of it. The winds could get gusty as well. I think 35, 40 miles per hour, not out of the realm of possibilities for the winds along the coast in the Cascades. And then with all that wind, we also have high swells as well. High tide will be at 7:09 a.m. and then at 8:59 p.m. in Florence. We're tracking waves 20 to 24 feet as that next system goes off to the west. We have been looking at a very mild pattern since December, and this is typical El Nino, but changes are coming as we head down the pipeline. Look at this here. By Monday, again, still a pretty mild air mass, relatively speaking. But by next weekend, 10 to 14 days out, look at your jet stream way down there to the south. We're going to have to keep tabs on that pattern. Tonight, we drop down to the 30s. Tomorrow, we'll be looking at highs in the upper 40s. And then as we get a look at the next 7 days, again, rain, rain, and more rain essentially every day. Get a quick look right now at snow levels as they go from about 2,000 feet down to possibly 1,500 feet. And then some models indicate late next week as low as 500 or 1,000 feet. So we're going to keep tabs on that.